Hello everybody and welcome back to Trinity Competitive Racing. My name is Alan Cavadero. We welcome you to the 4th season of the 4th round, the Austrian Grand Prix. The last 3 rounds have been won, not by that man, no, it's been won by Destiny, his teammate. Yes, there has been some major new shakeup in Trinity Competitive Racing. A lot of team switches that have been declared over the past day. Seafreeze announces that he moves to McLaren. And that does shake everything up. A 2-time champion moving to the team that has the most points so far in Constructors, and the person who's won the last 3 races, of course. So, Seafreeze and Destiny on a team. Will it work? We will see. And also, you must be thinking, he was at Red Bull before. Who's going to replace him? None other than MRX. MRX was with Williams last season. In the beginning of this season, well, that changed with the move. He saw the opportunity to move to a big team, and well, this was his one opportunity to do so. So he took part and replaced Seafreeze at Red Bull Racing, and from now till the end of the season, he will be with Red Bull Racing. I heard from Sean they needed 3 drivers tonight, now 2. I got, like we said, Cammy Pants was there originally. He needed 2 drivers for the Red Bull and 1 for the Toro Rosso. Looks to be, he only has 1 Toro Rosso and 1 Red Bull. And we only have 17 drivers here today, so that really makes up 2/3 of the drivers who are not here. Destiny, fastest lap time, a 106.4, slides on into the top by 2/10 over now 07 Professional. 07 Professional is the man who will replace MRX at Williams. He is a AOR driver, and I know that because I think he's the top-tiered AOR driver out of all the Americans. He's the highest-rated AOR American driver. I would know that because I was doing some research, looking up the passive AOR for other stuff that I was doing, and I saw his name, and I think I commentated in an AOR social that he was in before. So nice to see he's making a start here and a debut in Trinity Competitive Racing. Down in second is Be Good Fever, can only manage 1/10 behind Destiny. So, as it stands right now, our pole sitter with 8 minutes remaining is Destiny. If you guys have any questions, put them down below. Hold on a second, I need to start up, actually send out the link of my live stream to the group me and a couple other chats, and we'll be going. Let's start this off, get the link out to other people. Again, if you're watching, have any questions, put them down below. And wow, 07 Professional, an even better lap time, really close to Destiny. That is 0.05 of a second. This is going to be a good debut for the man. And he's also another American joining the league, like I said, so he has high potential with his speed, really close to the points leader who's won the last 3 races. I mean, you haven't really seen anybody in TCR win 4 races in a row. He won the last race in season number 3, and the first 3 races of season number 4. 07 Professional comes in looking to set that aside. So, I mean, these drivers also have potential. Everyone does. And going to the grid, let's go to the grid. So we have Destiny on pole by 0.05 of a second over 07 Professional. 3rd is Be Good. 4th is CD. 5th is King Chris. 6th is Blaster Brennan. 7th MRX. 8th is Roll. 9th is Motor. 10th is Abdi. 11th Cam by 9/10. Cammy Pants in 12th. Yeah, 11th is Cam, and the other Cam is in 12th. Seafreeze has yet to set a lap time. We'll see what he can do in that new McLaren car that he's been given. The second driver role of the team, but that's what many assume. Most likely, he came to this team to win. He saw what Destiny has been doing. They're going to work together as a team, get the owner involved, aka that's totally not me, and trying to put together a winning solution to put Seafreeze back in, on the top of the podium. Which, he hasn't won at all yet this season in Red Bull. I mean, with his new wheel, that hasn't really worked out for him. And, I don't blame him for wanting to go to a winning team. That's what I'd do in that situation if I didn't have a teammate showing up and if I want to win Constructors. Something that Seafreeze pointed out, and all of his starts in HRL, PSR, and TCR, he's only had 1 retirement. The rest of them have been points finishes. That is a teammate you need on your roster. And this is only going to be good for Destiny. As Seafreeze is starting his lap time in through turn number 1, a good exit. As we head uphill. And I don't think anyone else can come close to Destiny's time. I mean, the gap between everyone else up here, You go down all the way to 9th place a motor. The top 9 are within 0.3 of each other. That's really, really, really close. Here in Spielberg, the lap time should range around from 105s to 106s. Those are the ideal lap times to have. And as we go through the grid with 5 minutes remaining, many drivers going back out on track. Destiny's back out there for one more run. Be Good also is back out there. Going down with Roll. Roll is on a lap time, or out on an out lap. Going down there's Abdi. I remember the first race, Abdi joined the league. I called him Abby. The only Brit in this championship, so nice to see some diversity. Next we have Cammy Pants sitting in 13th. And yet we have a couple drivers yet to set a lap. I'm not sure what Seafreeze is doing. I'm not sure if he keeps invalidating his lap time because he's gone around that track for 2-3 times now and he has not set a lap time. Let me look at the race director, actually. Most likely he's been invalidating his lap time, and yeah, there you go. He invalidated his first lap time. Oh, this and next one. Oh. That is a bummer for Seafreeze. Destiny, another fastest lap time. Puts 07 Professionals close time to shame. Now it's by 1/10 over the man. Well, 07 Professionals probably watching this on his debut. Most likely he's going to go back out there for one final run. CD slowing down on an out lap, trying to warm up his tires and not get in anyone's way. We have 3.5 minutes remaining. Destiny is still out on the racetrack. Most likely he's either going to do one more lap or come in. Seafreeze, into the pits. What a bummer it'd be for Seafreeze if he started his debut race for McLaren in the back of the field. Not ideal for Seafreeze, not going to lie. Not ideal for Seafreeze to start in the back, on his debut for the team. But then again, he knows how to get points every race. He's done it before. And, that's why he's a 2-time champion in this league. And he's proved it. So as we look up through the grid, Destiny into the pits also. 07 Professional on an out lap. We will ride on board of Be Good, who slides in a second. That is the exact same difference. Oh, now Roll slices in 1/100th of a second. Too close to go between him and Destiny, but Destiny's still ahead. The Ferraris are looking strong. And it's going to be a McLaren-Ferrari battle if Seafreeze can put in a good time. Sorry, I had to adjust my mic. So again, if you guys have any questions before we approach the race, you can submit them down below. And also, like we said, 2 minutes remaining. And we are getting one of the comments now. I'm trying to get a co-commentator. Like I said, Sensation is not with us today. So I'm trying to read a message very quickly. We're riding on board with Be Good. Turn up the volume. No commentary for the next minute as he begins his... Actually, let's see. There's Roland. It's like, yeah. Oh, it's Unprofessional. He's on a flyer. Turn up the volume. And go off for an onboard lap with no commentary. Okay, so it looks like we are getting someone in here. And Camden Luca, owner of the car you're seeing right now, owner of Williams, he is going to be joining us in the booth. So let me invite him to the party. CD, an incredible lap time, a 106.3. What about 07 Professional? Nothing can do about that. Destiny's on an out lap for one more flyer here in Spielberg. And I apologize for the blue screen. We are inviting our co-commentator, Camden Luca, for today. Okay, changing that screen. Roll in what it is to appear third, and a good time from Destiny, still 300ths behind Seafreeze. Oh, it's going to be close if he can make it back in time. He has 20 seconds to go, and 2 corners left to do it. I think he'll just have one single lap. He needs to come in clutch if he wants a good lap time here. He's going to cross the line with 6 seconds remaining. And that is P6. Unless he wants to do one more lap, I'd suggest one more lap. Losing the back end. Oh, 7 Professional comes out of nowhere. Storms in a pole position on his debut here on Trinity Competitive Racing. Slows down. That's been a fantastic lap time. Let's look at third place. Flying through the last 2 corners is Destiny. Can he do it? It's going to be really close. A good exit. And he's going to cross the line. And nothing, no improvement. So Destiny, our points leader, he's won the last 3 races. Qualifies in P3. Let's look down at Seafreeze. And right now, Seafreeze still in 7th place. He's looking to improve. If he can just get close enough. MRX is retired, riding on board with Seafreeze. He's been demoted down to 8th place. Final 2 corners. Oh, fantastic entrance and exit. Can he do the same here? Hops over the curb, loses the back end. Oh, he's ran off. Not sure if that's going to count. Oh, that's a bummer. That was a fantastic lap time. Just the last corner got on the little yellow sausage curb, and it forced him off the track. Oh, it was some professional on his debut. Takes pole position here in the Austrian Grand Prix. Remarkable, to say the least, for 007 Professional. So as time counts down, we'll wait for our co-commentator to join us, Camden Luca. On board with Destiny. A lot of lag. Whoa, a lot of lag there. Trying to sabotage this car. There we go. We got our color commentator, or co-commentator today with us, Camden Luca. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Alan. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to commentate this race with you. For those who don't know, I'm Camden Luca. I am an owner in TCR. I own the Williams, and I've never done this before, but we're going to give this a shot, and I'm really excited to be here.
Yep. Good news for you. One of your drivers, it's his debut, by the way, 007 Professional, sits on pole position in that Williams, so must be looking good for your team.
Wow, that's great. That's really cool. Looks like he's about a 10th faster as well, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, like I said, debut. I mean, I was sort of shocked to see CD slide in ahead of our current points leader, Destiny. I mean, Destiny has really had a huge impact this season. He's won the first 3 races and the last race of Season 3, so he's won the last 4 races. And everyone expected him to qualify at least on the front row, and he got outbeat by a TCR veteran and a rookie in TCR. So Destiny trying to find the scraps on that car, try and find some extra time. Seafreeze, like we said, he moved to McLaren in this race to fill in with that role that is vacant. Also, MRX moving to Red Bull, who came from Williams, and 007 Professional took his spot. So here is the rundown of qualifying. It is 007 Professional, CD, Destiny, Roll, Be Good, Cam, Motor, Seafreeze, Talon, King Chris, Blaster Brendan, MRX, Cammy Pants, Kev, Abdi, Truth, Norwing, and that rounds out the grid. And something I will point out, look at the top 16. They're within 7/10 of each other. It's going to be a really close race today.
Yeah, I was about to say the top 9 is separated by just half a second. I think there's not really a specific driver that I'm looking at because there are so many people that are so fast and so close in lap times.
Yeah, it looks really close. And we will wait for this Grand Prix to start. For anyone watching, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Alan Kavanagh. I'm alongside Camden Luca to start today's broadcast and commentary for Trinity Competitive Racing for the Austrian Grand Prix. And it will be a very exciting one. We do have a formation lap today like we always do. And if you missed last weekend, that was a chaotic Grand Prix. Many drivers debating on either striking or not. You know, they didn't want that race to count. There was so much lag involved. We did 2 separate attempts. And, well, Destiny did appear away as the victor. at Belgium. It didn't look likely for the first part of the race, but he took the lead against Sean, who fell back, making an extra stint. Other than that, I mean, Destiny's won the last 3 races, and the last race in Season 4, or last race in Season 3, and he's really the man to beat today, but he's not even on the front row, so I think that's not really a statement we should be saying.
I think the thing with Destiny is that he's found his momentum, and when drivers find their momentum, they can go on very long streaks. But once they hit a break in that momentum, they'll start to go on a losing streak, and it should be interesting on whether Destiny can keep that streak alive today.
Yes, we approached the formation lap, and I was told by Seafreeze and many others to do this. Let's take a moment of silence to commemorate all the drivers that Brennan took out last season in the Austrian Grand Prix. Too many, to say the least.
Well, Brendan is having a top 10 start, so maybe he can get redemption and not take out as many drivers this season here in Austria.
Do bear in mind we have 16 drivers, so that's on the lower half of the grid. But, I mean, a top 10 is still a top 10. Can't take that away from him. Also, do bear in mind, he did get a podium in Bahrain, second place to start out the season. But, I mean, that was really a key highlight for him this season with Force India. I mean, I was talking with Seafreeze earlier today, since I own McLaren Honda, and we were talking about the parties that everyone will be in for the race. What happens is Force India and McLaren Honda usually have an alliance, because Carl and I are good friends, and he owns Force India, so it really works out. Problem is, when Seafreeze signed the contract, he was saying, I don't want to be in a party with Brendan. And, you know, Brendan's on Force India, and they're usually in the same party, so I was like, if he's that much of a problem, just mute him in the party. He's like, that makes sense. So, Brendan's usually that unique character in TCR.
Yeah, I think it just shows how many personalities we have in this league and just how unique the drivers are. And, you know, you're talking about the whole striking thing. I think it kind of shows who can fall under pressure and who doesn't. It's just so cool to see the characters in the league.
Yeah. Speaking about the characters, all of them are forming up to the grid, and we'll begin. I don't know who's that. Oh, it's Truth. Oh, I must have spun it on a formation lap, most likely. That's the only reasonable explanation I see from Truth. But we have a 36-lap race in front of us here in Spielberg for the Austrian Grand Prix, round number 4. And, well, nice to see this track returning on the schedule once more. Here we go. The 5 red lights to fill on our screen. And the drivers in the front row, Professional and CD, and they're going to lead us to the green here in the Austrian Grand Prix. And we're away. And 07 Professional gets off to a good start. Clears the Renault in turn 1. And around the outside, that is Destiny. Gets shoved wide. He's wheel to wheel with CD, and they're going at it behind him. I don't think there's any incidents, but Destiny losing momentum. Now he's wheel to wheel with one of the Ferraris, and Roll has gotten by, and he's going to try and dive it up the inside of the Renault, up into turn number 2. They're wheel to wheel, but Roll gets by, clears them. A little congested back in the background, and it looks like Be Good is in a McLaren sandwich. Not anymore, because Destiny's looking to get by CD, headed downhill towards turn number 3. He's going to lunge it down to the inside, clears the Renault. And again, a little checkup from Roll. Seafreeze, that's going to help him gain advantage back. Oh, one car's in the wall. That's a Red Bull of MRX. MRX is into the wall.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that everybody... Oh, and he's off in the dirt.
It's off in the dirt. Sorry, I had my phone ringing in the background. I had to quickly turn it off. Yeah, MRX is off the track. That's not good for his debut here and then the Red Bull for TCR. But coming through, speaking about debuts, it is 07 Professional leading his first ever lap in TCR in the first lap he's ever completed in this league. I think that's a really good stat to have.
Yeah,
I don't...
It's like batting 1,000 in a baseball game. What I was going to say is that I'm so surprised that everybody made it out on the first lap without making contact or crashing. You know, that's really good by these guys.
I mean, the league has come from a far, far away from the past in Season 1. I mean, something that hasn't changed is competitiveness. Everyone's so close on timing-wise, and, you know, throughout the qualifying, the gap between first and second was less than a tenth, no matter, you know, when we were speaking, from the very beginning to the very end. The gap from first to second was always within less than a tenth. But again, here's Roll up in second. Third is Destiny. And Destiny has not gained any spots, either has Professional. Roll has gained 2. And CD has lost 2. You know, despite CD starting on the front row, he partly had that pressure due to the fact that, like I said, starting on the front row, he hasn't really started on the front row that much in TCR, and just, he absolutely bottled it. I mean, he didn't have the best start. He got cleared by Professional by turn 1, and just did not cope to the pressure Speaking of, now let's go down through the grid. Be Good did not get the best exit off the corner. C3 is his debut with McLaren. Solid 6th place, and Kev is in the pits.
You know, I think CDMC is definitely improving. He had 9 points finishes last year, but only one of them being a podium. And I think him being up there, approaching that podium position, qualifying better, I think he's one of the people to watch out for, possibly a sleeper pick.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I'm going to ask you, how do you remember that stat? Because I don't even think I would know. Is that on the website, most likely?
I know my stuff.
Well, nice to see you know your stuff. Speaking about some stuff, Roll reeling in 07 professional, like a man with a fishing rod trying to pull in his fish from the ocean, or from the lake, to be in more technical terms, trying to gain momentum back. He has Destiny by second, less than that, and professional is still leading. I mean, last sector, it was only 2, 3, 4 tenths. Now he's opened it back up to 6 tenths as he runs a little bit wide off the penultimate corner. But again, professional leads coming to lap number 4. And like you said, it definitely is batting a 100 on your first baseball game, or batting a full 1,000. I mean, yellow in sector 3.
We have a yellow in sector 3.
Huh.
Yes.
I can't imagine how that could have happened.
You know, that's a weird spot. I'm not sure what happened. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's weird. He must have had some sort of mechanical failure that caused him to wreck. It looked like he was all by himself. I don't know.
Well, King Chris Plaster, Brennan going at it for P in number 8. On board with Brennan. Please keep it clean as we come downhill towards turn number 3. VSC's out. VSC's out.
I think Destiny wanted this VSC because right now he is all over the back bumper of Roll for 2nd place.
Well, it's going to give him some time to put the fuel back down and lean, either save his tires, save his fuel. I mean, if I were any driver, put it down and lean, save your fuel, so then you can push more throughout the race. I mean, depends what you start your fuel at. If you want a light car, then yeah, this is definitely what you need, but the air's now enabled. We're back racing again. That was a very quick VSC, and we're racing again, coming towards lap number 5 out of 36 here in Spielberg. And just when you thought that Roll was reeling in a professional, he was actually getting caught up with Destiny, and that is allowing the Williams driver to pull away on his debut here in TCR.
Right now we have the top 2 in last season's championship, Seafreeze and Talon, 6th and 7th right now. Talon is under pressure from Chris right now. Chris was a rookie last season, making only a couple starts, but he's running points right now. He's going on Talon for 7th, and I think he could be a sleeper pick as well.
Yes, oh, he's able to go wheel to wheel. King Chris going at it with Talon, and Talon gets the advantage as Cami Pants and Abdi side by side. One of the Force Indias in the Toro Rosso as they head down the back straightaway, coming downhill towards turn number 3. And again, Abdi's gained 2 spots today, or 3, trying to make it 3. Trying to stay ahead, however. And Cami Pants trying to ring it around the outside, and
ooh, he hits him.
So close. Able to get him.
Oh. Watch out for Truth right behind both of those in 13th.
Whoa. Oh, some professional 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Most likely either exceeding the track limits or corner cutting. Most likely that is the case. Gap between 1st and 2nd is less than a second. So again, it may pay a factor towards the end of the race because the top 3 besides professional has not gotten a penalty yet in today's Austrian Grand Prix. Riding on board with Truth. Really make a move in turn 1 on Cami Pants. The outside. No?
Yeah, I don't like that penalty that professional got at all. I think that's going to hurt him at the end of the race. As of now, he would finish in 4th place because of the penalties. We'll have to see if either Roll, Destiny, or CDMC gets penalties. If not, I think professional will be in trouble.
Most likely. Now, I wouldn't say in trouble. It's not like he... I mean, yeah, it is the 4th race. He's just come in this championship, but most likely he wants to make a name for himself first before he goes full-time in this in the league. Because I know he dedicates himself a lot towards AOR. He's in the F3 tiers really fast, from what I've heard. Probably one of the fastest Americans in PS4 AOR, most likely. So that's how I know him. I've heard of his name before, but CD must have made a mistake because Be Good has gone by for P4. So now Destiny is in a Ferrari sandwich, and the McLaren is the little meat they have in between the sandwich. And now Seafreeze on the back bumper of CD trying to get by, wheel to wheel across the line, and he's able to clear him, headed uphill towards turn number 1.
I
And
saw that Chris got a 3-second time penalty right before they battled, and Talon goes to the inside.
yeah. So he's able to get the position down the straight, and all of a sudden King Chris comes out of nowhere. And wheel to wheel, they bang wheel. Seafreeze and Talon still going at it. King Chris is just watching this. It's a battle behind Bruce up with Brennan and Cam, and then there's Destiny and Roll going at it.
You know, I think Seafreeze and Talon and those guys, they need to get going, because if they keep battling, Brennan and Cam might be right there, and this could be really interesting if those two catch up to those three.
Well, now Seafreeze is not concerned about that. It's more of Talon and King Chris around the outside. Can King Chris do it? Oh, it's so close, and he's still around the outside, and he's done it.
No, he stays inside. He got him.
Impressive. Wow, good job to King Chris. That was a good move. And now, back in the background, that is Cam in 9th place. I don't know why, but Seafreeze says he'd be a main pick to look at in this race, and I thought he'd qualify up in the top couple of rows, but yet here he is battling for a couple of points. Shocks me, because he finished on the podium here and almost won last season. In season 3 is now Abdi up to the inside of Cam. They're still wheel to wheel off turn 1, and he clears them.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see Cam back there in 10th.
Yeah.
Last season's 3rd place finisher in the points.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like he's struggling with the car.
Yeah, just ran wide, got in a little sausage curb, and now Cammy Pants is going against Cam along the back straightaway. And MRX right on board with him. He'll have a good view of this battle locking up. Oh, Cam locked up, but Cammy Pants ran wide. Destiny does pass Roll, by the way, but we're looking at this battle. Cam defends the inside before Cammy Pants thinks of going down there. And good maneuvering from Cam. And by the way, it looks like CD has left the session. I forgot to point that out. Yeah, CD left the session, and Kev's struggling outside of the points. Same with Truth, because the top 12 get points in this league. Going through the field, like we said. Destiny is 3.4 seconds behind 07 Professional. It took him a while to get by Roll, and now his main job is to try and catch down Professional.
MRX lost a lot of spots in the final corner. He went off track, and Truth and Candy Pants both went by him in a hurry.
Speaking of go by, Abdi gets by. Now Brennan, the 2 Force India guys going at it. There's yellow in sector 2 and 3. Who could that possibly be?
I think it was Seafreeze.
I mean, it was sectors 2 and 3. Seafreeze did get passed by King Chris. I think the game's just saying the wrong sectors by accident. Actually, CD is back in here. I don't get it. It's this, okay, now he's back in his car. I was saying, you look at the top right, you can see CD saying something in game chat, but his car was ghosting. Just finally took control of his car, so there you go. Gap between Professional and Destiny, 3.5 seconds. And it doesn't look to be closing up, so that battle between him and Roll has really costed him. Now, only thing he needs to do is just gain some time either under an undercut, which should be coming up within the next couple laps, because pits should open within the next 2 laps.
Yeah, I was about to say, we got to keep in mind that pit stops are coming up soon. It should be interesting on what people do if somebody tries to stay out longer to try and get track position. I don't know. Can Destiny or Roll try and take a different strategy than Professional? I don't know. We still got 26 laps to determine this stuff.
Yeah, Brennan behind, taking on board view of Brennan. Abdi goes through of Talon. Talon back to P8. Can Brennan do something about it? It's a Pink Panther sandwich with a little yellow mustard in between, or a banana. Ah, yummy. It sounds yummy, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it could be a banana and mayonnaise sandwich, kind of like what Dale Jr. uses.
Ah, yeah, totally. Again, riding on board. I may try something down to the inside. Hits the back end of Talon. Yeah. Oh, losing the back head off the final corner. But again, Brennan just trying to find a way. And here comes Cam to the inside. Didn't even see him there. May try something to the inside. And they're still going at it in the background as Kev picks up a 3-second penalty.
Ooh. Ooh, it looked like Cam pulled the block on Brennan. Whoa, he almost hit Talon there, going into the hairpin. I
think my I'm not sure my live stream just stopped. It started to buffer up. Looks to be good. I just got a notification saying my internet isn't sufficient to stream, but I mean, that's half the time that's the case. On board with Truth back in 11th. Oh, losing back end off turn 3. And still struggling to find traction. That's what it really appears to be for Truth. Most likely staying behind. Go through the field. And not many battles going on. Gap between actually Professional and Destiny is starting to come down. It was 3.5 seconds. Now it's 3.1, almost 3 seconds. It's Be Good and King Chris. They're all in the pits. Same with Talon.
Looks like they'll put on the super softs.
For King Chris, yeah. No, ultra
Did Chris
softs.
put on the ultras?
I think he's going for a 2-stop then, because some drivers are able to do the 1-stop. He's going for the 2-stop. And Talon, he's going to be doing the 1-stop. He put on the soft tires to finish this race on. Same with Be Good. He's out and away from the pits on those soft tires. Drivers like Abdi, Brennan, and Cami Pants are all going for the 1-stop. That is a definite for them.
Ooh, 6th, 7th, and 8th are in a train right now, heading through Sector 2.
Let's go down and see 6th, 7th, 8th. Here we go. We'll ride it on board with MRX. Sort of the caboose of the... No, Cami Pants is. Again, like we're saying with Truth and MRX, they're just struggling to find the traction here. And the grip, really, it's just affecting them. I'm seeing them sliding around the corners, either getting terrible exits, not hitting the apex, and it's really costing their race. Oh, but as I say that, MRX hits the apex, and he's now gone held up by Truth. Cam picks up P number 7 while he enters the pits, so back down he goes. Professionals in the pits, same with Destiny. Oh, who's going to get jumped here? Professionals already out. Destiny... I think he gained, say gained, but look at Destiny. I mean, it's 2.3 seconds off Professional, but when they came in the pits, it was 3 seconds. So he must have gained something there, and that definitely does help his case. And right now, as penalties standing out and how the standings stand, I mean, he'll be ahead of he'll be ahead of Professional at the end of this thing.
All 3 of those guys are going for the 1-stop as they all took softs on that pit stop. I think that's the theme of what drivers are going for, with the exception of Chris taking the ultras and going for the 2-stop. He's back there in 11th.
Yeah, back there in 11th. Yeah, King Chris. I think he's just gonna go for fast lap first, and then he's gonna put on either the super softs, most likely the super softs to finish this race on. Not King Chris always goes for an aggressive strategy as Freeze is into the pits. And let's see what the McLaren driver does on his debut for the McLaren team. This pit box is all the way, I wouldn't say all the way at the end, but sort of in the middle.
Ooh, MRX and Brennan side by side through turn 1.
Let's look up here, MRX and Brennan. Hopefully it does not end in tears. King Chris fastest lap time, so I was right about that. And wheel to wheel headed uphill towards turn number 1. Can he do it around the outside? Late braking from MRX. Oh, he's able to do it around the outside and clears Brennan. Good work to him and well-deserved position. MRX is up to 3rd.
What a pass by MRX on the outside. Coming off the final corner, what's his name? Truth was able to get by Brennan as well. So it looks like Brennan is falling back as he is now in the clutches of Cami Pants.
Yep. It looks like Cami Pants wasn't really able to pull off that move, which is a bit of a bummer. I also will say Talon and Freeze going at it. I think both of these drivers have pitted already, and they have. Not good for Freeze, because he already was ahead of Talon before the pit stops after. He's wheel to wheel with them, so lost some time to him, but it's okay. He's working his way up through the field, most likely. You're going to go with, Talon and Cam going at it now. And Cam to the outside. Running on board. Can he do it around the outside? And he clears him right before the corner. Well done to Cam. That was a good pass. As now Cami Pants. Oh, some Professional and Destiny. Destiny's gone by Professional. Oh, they're stuck in some traffic. We may see some 3-wide action in turn 2, and we will. They split him, and now he's able to defend the position. That was probably the key moment of the race. Destiny goes by for what it could be the race lead.
How did he make that work? Is Professional going to go to the inside?
No, he thinks better of it. I mean, both of these drivers are veterans. They know what racing is. They split that Toro Rosso like a banana split. Oh my, that was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, Destiny's in 5th, 6th is professional, and that was a beautiful move. I don't know why, but that reminds me of the Belgian Grand Prix in 2000 with Schumacher, Häkkinen, and the slow lapped car in the middle where they make it 3 wide. That's what it reminded me, because that was a beautiful overtake.
Oh, that was a great overtake.
Whoa, he's off.
Destiny's...
He's off, and Professional goes by.
He's got to get by MRX first, though. Should be interesting, because I think MRX is on a slower compound right now, or slower tires.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, he hasn't pitted yet, but he's on the Ultra Soft, so they're not slower. Oh, but Destiny's going to have the inside in turn 2. Oh, so close. These two are going at it. Oh, man, this is very interesting, because these two are on pace. First 3 races of the season, everyone's been complaining, Destiny's winning, we need to find someone who's on pace with them. Well, I think we have just found him.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. Imagine if Professional started racing in this league on the first race. Oh, that would be an interesting championship fight. Though I wouldn't say it's not over. If Professional's a tad bit faster than Destiny, wins more races than him for the next couple of times, still could be a chance that he could win this championship. Now, I mean, we're not even done with the first race, and I know you're saying, Alan, what are you thinking? Why are you saying that? As MRX is in his pace, but I mean, he does have the pace. If he shows up for every race, he could possibly well be next season's champion if he prevails ahead of Destiny.
Brennan and Cammy Pants are both coming in the pits as well.
Yeah, they're all into the pits. MRX, like we said, is in Cammy Pants. Brennan.
Destiny, 3-second time penalty.
So they're pretty much even now, and actually, Roll not too far behind, so they just gotta hope both Ferraris battle. Abdi, 3-second penalty also. And at this point, they just gotta hope that, you know, Destiny needs to hope he gets by Professional at the moment, and then the 2 Ferraris either fall back throughout the race, or they just gotta hope they have penalties too. Sort of shocked to see.
I'm looking right now. Roll does have a 3-second time penalty as well. So all 3 of those guys have penalties.
What about Be Good?
Let me see. If he doesn't, that could be a factor. Let's see.
Look at this 4-car battle at the moment while you look at penalties. Let's look at this around the outside. Kev Berg. Oh, he's against the Force City. They make contact off the S. He's able to clear him right before. For all of these guys, they were too wide entering the S's. That was dangerous to speak, and wheel to wheel throughout the final corner. Oh, that is Cam and Talon. Final corner with the Renault's off. Renault's off. He's gone back on.
All right, I did find out that Be Good Fever does not have a penalty. He has 1 warning. So if he's able to get up there, he could be a factor for the victory.
Oh, truth, another penalty. Probably for either cutting the corner or turn 1, most likely. Riding on board with Abdi. Get a bit of perspective in this corner. Down to the inside goes Cam. Oh, he's been shoved off. Cam has shoved Kev off. And now Abdi is able to get by Cam, the wheel to wheel down the back straightaway towards turn 3. He's able to clear right before the corner and needs to defend the inside from Cam. Oh, while Talon loses the back end, and around the outside goes Kev. Now, so let's do a grid rundown. We're 19 laps into this race. Let's talk about the driver. So we have Professional in the lead. He has a 3-second penalty. Phenomenal pace on his debut.
Yeah, Destiny's second right now. He's kept with Professional for a lot of the race. They both have 3-second time penalties. We'll see on whether Destiny can get by Professional and keep his winning streak alive.
Yep, down in 3rd is now Beacon as he gets by his teammate Roll. That's really what they needed to win this race. The gap now is more than 3 seconds, so that means Professional would win. I think 2nd would be Be Good, 3rd would be Destiny, 4th would be Roll as it stands right now due to penalties. But again, Be Good, he's a man on a mission. He's the only one inside the top 4 without a penalty.
Roll's back there in 4th, right behind his teammate for that podium position. He's been fast all race. It's just a matter of getting by his teammate to get that podium spot.
King Chris, he's on an odd strategy. I mean, only driver out of all of them on the ultra softs. Everyone else is on the softs. He's the only one going for an extra stop. Not sure why. I don't think he's confident on his tire, but he already has the fastest lap, and he'll be pinning one more time throughout this race.
Last season's champion Seafreeze is in 6th right now. He's been mid-pack most of the race. Hasn't had the best car, but we should see on whether he can get himself up into the top 5 or even better.
Yup, hate to interrupt, but penalty for Destiny, another 3 second. That does not help the cause of him trying to win this race. Well, that Force India driver just couldn't get close enough to Seafreeze, and those two have pulled away throughout the first 20 laps of this thing.
Roll was able to get by Be Good for 3rd.
Yeah, he's able to get by his teammate once more. I don't think either one of them have any team orders in mind, because, you know, if we all knew about the penalties and we knew who was in what position, most likely Ferrari would tell Be Good, go by, you are our candidate to win today's race. If we turn on the leader detail, Roll is 3.6 behind, Be Good is 4. So as it stands with those 3-second penalties for Professional and Destiny, and I mean 6 for Destiny, as it stands, OS Unprofessional would still win. Destiny, I think, would be 4th as it stands. Most likely 4th. Yeah, King Chris still has to pit one more time, so he's not even a factor. 21 laps into this race. Do you have any predictions of what could happen within this last stretch of the race?
Well, we saw Destiny just get another 3-second time penalty. I think it's going to be kind of hard for him to pull off the victory unless a Professional makes a mistake or Destiny's car suddenly becomes very fast. Unless a Professional gets another time penalty, I don't know if he will be a factor. Be Good Fever, I think, can be a factor if he's able to get by a Roll for the 3rd spot. But as of now, I do have Professional winning the race, not just because he's my driver, but I think he's been dominant all race, got the pole, and I think he's going to finish the job off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my money on Professional. I mean, not only has he been more clean than Destiny, I mean, he's really had the pace. I mean, they've been pretty equal throughout the entire race. They've been switching both back and forth. So I mean, you could put your money on anyone, but I'm gonna be more safer. Put money on the man who has less penalties and the man who's already leading today. I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense. It's common sense, basically. And for Destiny's case, he's just going for podium as that gap now extends within 1.5 seconds as we go through the field. What do you think King Chris will have to pit? Because he's still in those ultra soft tires, but, you know, those laps have been getting slower and slower, which is a sign of those tires degrading. What do you think he'll have to pit?
I think Chris is going to pit soon because I don't want him, I don't think he wants to have the risk of having a puncture, because if he has a puncture, say in turn 1, he's going to have to ride all the way back around the pit road on a puncture, which will definitely cost him a points race, potentially. I think he needs to pit as soon as possible if he wants to stay in contention for a points finish.
Yeah. And going to the field here is Seafreeze. Like we said, this is his debut for McLaren. Once King Chris pits, he'll be up to 5th, but for how much longer if King Chris is, you know, sort of near those guys. But Brendan back in 12th. They're battling for that final point-paying position. And Talon, oh, whoa. I can't describe that one. Brennan locked up, ran wide, and the back end got hit from Talon. Lost part of his end plate.
Ooh.
Yeah. Goes through the field. Here's Kev in 10th, battling with MRX for not 2 points. They're battling for 9th place. TCR is a customary point system. So as it comes right now, there's Kev slowing down. Kev's into the pits.
And this should give Truth that 10th spot.
Not most likely, it should. Passes the main straightaway, picks up P10. So, going through the field, I don't see any battles that could happen. Maybe in the back. Yeah, I mean, Talon and Brennan are close to each other, but they just battled. Going through the field, here's Cam and Abdi. These two have been battling the entire race.
Yeah, they've been back there mid-pack, just going after each other. We saw contact between them early in the race. I don't think Cam is giving up. I think he wants that 7th position. Whether it's 7th, 14th, 1st, all these guys, they want to get the best positions they can. And if they see somebody right in front of them late in the race like it is now, they're going to want to do everything to get that spot.
Yes. Oh, he's gotten so close to the back end. Professional fastest lap time on the soft tires. That beats King Chris's time. And speaking of King Chris, he's into the pits. So let's see what he will do. He'll have that first pit stall, super soft tires, sea freeze. Is he going to get by? He will, but for how much longer will he be able to fend him off? Most likely we have 13 laps to go in Spielberg. We're on for a good finish. The gap between Professional and Destiny is 1.6 seconds. And as we
this
go
battle between Truth, Brennan, and Talon is about to get interesting. Take a look at where Chris is coming out.
Oh, he's
right ahead of those guys.
Yep, right ahead. Actually, I wouldn't say that. Now that Chris is on new, fresh tires, he's going to pull away from Truth and Brennan, so I don't think he's going to be a factor. But though I would look, like I said, look at Brennan and Truth. Those still be going at it. But just pitted, by the way. Everyone else still has to pit. Actually, no, never mind. No, I'm confused myself. He pitted too early, so he had to pit one more time. Everyone else is good till the end, unless if they get punctures with the last couple laps. I don't want to jinx anyone, because that happened to Truth on the last lap, in the last corner. However, he's still got his top 5 due to penalties, so it's all good. So, I mean, that's... yeah. Originally, he crossed the line in 7th, but due to people having penalties, and he got one of his penalties removed, which was unfair, he was promoted back into P5. So that, in Bahrain, to the start of the season, which was some good news. I thought it was funny because 24 hours before that race started, he was owning Sauber, and then wake up the morning of the race, and he's like, okay, I'm just going to come out of retirement. And ever since then, he's been driving for Haas this season. And not the best season, but I mean, a good start. Finished 5th in Bahrain. Other than that, there hasn't been too many highlights for him. Brendan Truth going at it, like we said. Those two have been really going at it. And down the back straightaway, DRS available for Brennan. Yes, it is. He's able to clear him before turn 3. As he runs wide, gave him that space below him, and still wheel to wheel. He tried to go around the outside. Can Truth do it around the outside of Brennan? Oh, he's able to clear him. Whoa, shoved him wide. And Cam finally gets by Abdi, by the way, as now MRX trying to put a move on Abdi also. And now this is holding up King Chris, who's in 9th place as Abdi runs wide in the final corner, hops over the sausage curb. So MRX and King Chris have been rewarded a single position there, as Cammy pants a 3-second penalty. So
yeah, I mean, Chris on those fresher tires, I think he's the favorite between MRX right now and possibly Cam. I think he's got time to get him.
Yeah, most likely he'll get by Cam. I think he'll be close to Seafreeze towards the end. I don't think he'll be that close, maybe around 5 seconds or so. Maybe less than that close to Seafreeze at the end. But I think he'll be closer than that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but maybe King Chris down to the inside. Yeah, he needs to get by him. Oh, so close to hitting MRX. And was able. Oh, penalty for 7 Professional. So, that brings the playing cards right back to the table.
He's got a pretty decent gap right now, a little over 2 seconds. He's got a little bit of a cushion if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, I will say this. Most likely, where they finish now, penalties will not affect Professional and Destiny, because Roll has that 3-second penalty also, and Be Good is clean. Be Good will get by Roll, but Destiny and Professional are staying where they are, which is some good news for those drivers. But, like we said, I don't think anyone else should be pitting today, most likely not. Do you think anyone will come down with a puncture towards the end of this race? Because a lot of people, I mean, not many people, tried the one-stop. Barely anybody did, and it surprised me. Because it's an easy one-stop. By the way, CD's in the pits, but he doesn't count because his car, he hasn't even been in the race for half the day. Yeah, but like we're saying...
I think if anybody gets a puncture, I think it's going to be either one of the Ferrari guys, because they're fighting hard for that final position. Beacon Fever, as of now, he would have it based on time penalties, but Roll wants to try as hard as he can to get away from Beacon Fever to keep that 3rd spot. I think Roll is most likely to get a puncture, but I honestly don't see anybody getting a puncture. I think these softs are very sturdy, and I think the one-stop will pay off.
Yeah. And most likely, I mean, yeah, the one-stop will always pay off for a driver, but the fact is that last season some drivers had an advantage like Cam, because he was one of the few drivers able to pull off the one-stop, and, gave him the podium, and he's been looked at really well. ever since then. But, I mean, it's just really Austria. No one expected a one-stop entering Austria last season. Now everybody knows that's the way to go, and that's what everyone's doing besides King Chris, which shocks me. And, you know, we're lap 28 out of 36. Look at professional. He's coming to lap number 29. Coming to 8 laps to go as King Chris gets by Cam. His next mission, he's 9 seconds behind Seafreeze. But will it be like that towards the end of the race? Most likely not. Will King Chris get by Seafreeze? That's the question we ask ourselves, because he's a man on a mission charging through the field.
Yeah, going back to the puncture story, what I'm seeing a lot of drivers do is lock up their tires, which worries me, and that could lead to a puncture. I don't think it's going to happen, like I said, but if they keep locking up those tires and sliding through the corners, that could be detrimental for those tires.
Yeah, I mean, it could pay a factor or pay dividends towards the drivers, but again, I mean, I see everyone locking up, and they're just like there, boom, Seafreeze, locked right front in turn 2. I don't think it'll be a factor, but if you continuously do it in every corner, every lap, then maybe it's a sign that you don't have good tire wear and you're not good with your tires. Like again, Seafreeze locking up his right front in turn 3. I want to stay on board with him. I want to see how much he locks up his tires. Because, like we said, started using the wheel. Oh, another penalty for Destiny. Oh,
man. As we see that, third place is getting tight. Roll and Be Good have caught in each other.
It's going to be close between Roll and Be Good here on where they finish. Oh, let's stay with these guys, because obviously they're going to put on a good fight. The two Ferrari guys are going to go at it. Oh, they better not come together. Headed uphill into turn number 2. Oh, they're so close to each other. They have equal pace. And still cannot pull off the move. Good defending skills from Roll, but he does not know that Storton needs to stay with them, with Destiny on time. And if, you know, either one of the Ferrari guys wants to stay behind or get ahead of him. Oh, that's that Roll. He's run wide. Oh, can he do a move around the outside? I don't think he can. But he launches it into that corner and clears him. Is Roll.
Yeah, we got to stick with this. I think Be Good is not going to give up. I saw a couple...
Whoa, Talon's out. Talon's out.
Oh, man.
Talon's called it quits, pulling off to the side. Frustrated with his result today. Like we're saying,
yeah, tough day for the Renault, 14th and 15th. Definitely not the day they want in constructors.
Yeah, they have a consistent lineup, so I mean, I expected some good results from the team today, but just was not meant to be. Don't know what else to say about it, but really, if I were them, I would say it's fine. Just look forward to the next race. There are many more races left in this championship, many more opportunities. Whoa, the two Ferraris. Oh, I said it a lap ago. They better not come together. That is the same place Rosberg and Hamilton 16 Grand Prix on the final lap, and that means some broken end plates for the Ferrari drivers. And fun fact here, every front wing you break costs $100,000. That's $200,000 down the drain due to the actions of the Ferrari drivers. That is terrible for the team. They just needed to keep gaining time on Destiny. That is all some good news to secure second place for Destiny.
Yeah, I saw what happened. Roll just got loose coming off the hairpin, had too much wheel spin, came down into Be Good Fever, and Fever had nowhere to go, and they both went down into the inside wall. Unfortunate circumstances. I don't think there's going to be any bad blood between those two, but definitely a change of events here late in the race.
Yep. That was with 4 or 5 laps to go, and they really, really, really needed a real and professional, and, well, or not professional, real and Destiny. And the gap between professional and Destiny now is around 3 seconds, so really comfortable. You know, professional gets 1 more penalty, or gets 2 more, in my case, but I think the top 2 should stay where they are till towards the end. And let's go with, let's look with King Chris. Let's look at the interval, 6.4 seconds. I said King Chris would finish around 5 seconds behind Seafreeze. I think my prediction looks pretty accurate here towards the end of this thing. He's gained a couple seconds over the last couple laps, and it looks to be very close entering the final one in just 3 laps.
You know, I kind of wish Chris would have gone for the one stop because he has caught drivers so quickly. I get he's on the super softs, but the way he has caught Seafreeze is amazing. He was about 10 to 15 seconds back, and he has pretty much cut that gap in half. Imagine what he could have done on the one stop. I honestly think he could have been a threat for the Ferraris.
Yeah, definitely. He could have been a threat. Like we said, I mean, King Chris does have the pace. I think he decided that it'd be better for him to do the two stop. I don't know why, but yeah, it is what it is. But lap 33 out of 36, and Professional still leads by 3.5 seconds over Destiny. And Destiny, it's going to be a good podium for him. And that'll end the 4-race winning streak he's had in TCR. And oh man, what a journey it's been for Destiny. Ever since the team owners have started up, my team McLaren has won the last 3 races. Or our team, I'd like to say, with Destiny, Seafreeze, and Red Wing, TCCO, and myself all participating in events this season, all working together as a team, trying to push forward. It's helped Destiny. And now that we have Seafreeze, we'll get down to business right after this race, do some practice sessions after this race for next week or next round, and make sure McLaren has some fast cars going in. But something that I thought was funny, it was weird because like we mentioned with Seafreeze and the party thing earlier today, I joined right before the race started, and you know, Seafreeze didn't have Brendan muted, so I was talking to them, and I was joking around saying good luck to all the McLaren guys and to the Force Indy guys. Finish behind my guys, and you know you'll be all right. You know, just joking around with them. You know, like we said, I mean, people come a long way, and it's nice to see other teams in the parties and you know the other teams working together. So that technical alliance that McLaren and Force India has is really strong. Now Roll gets by Be Good for P3 off turn number 2 down the straight. And look at this, Seafreeze. Oh, imagine. Remember, the 2 Ferraris that come together, if they do it again, Seafreeze gets by, believe it or not, for a podium. Oh, these 2 Ferrari drivers are going at it, and this could result. Remember, Roll has a penalty. If Be Good, I don't think Seafreeze has a penalty. So this, ultimately, if either Be Good gets a penalty or if, I don't know what to say here.
Well, Adam, what's your...
Adam,
remember,
yeah.
Though, yeah. No, I don't think you saw it, but Be Good did get a 3-second time penalty a couple of laps ago, so these guys are even right now.
Oh, they are? Well, I mean, yeah, the 2 Ferrari drivers are even, but Seafreeze right now is going to pick up P3. But I don't think Seafreeze knows that these 2 drivers have penalties, so he's going to be going at it within these last 2 laps. Will that be a little dangerous for him? But then again, I know he knows that I'm commentating, and he knows he wants to sort of impress me on his debut. So I definitely know Seafreeze, that aggressive driver he is. He's going to try and pass these drivers once they're done battling him. Maybe he's going to try and go up the inside off turn 2. He may do it. It's a casual move that everyone does, but he's not close enough. And Be Good and Roll going at it once more.
I don't think there's enough time, but if those 3 slow up, Chris could be there. If Seafreeze gets a time penalty and Chris gets within 3 seconds, Chris could take the podium. I just don't think there's enough time.
Yeah, there's a chance. I know Seafreeze is going to get around either one of them. Again, it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience to put off an overtake on this game due to a lot of the dirty air added in this game. So I mean, it depends. Right on board of Seafreeze, he approached the final lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. And Seafreeze, he's gotten so close to him. The gap between King Chris Seafreeze is 4 seconds, so my prediction was a little bit right. I mean, a little less than 5 seconds. Let's go up. I don't know who to look at. Let's stay with Seafreeze. Again, he's tempted to get by Roll. Roll's not close enough to Be Good. And actually, Be Good's 18 seconds behind. So yeah, secured podium for the front 2. Seafreeze, he doesn't know it, but he's going to get a podium in this race because Seafreeze doesn't have a podium, or doesn't have a penalty. And that'll be his first podium of the race, or of the season. Again, I'm making mistakes here, but the final lap, not close enough. Seafreeze staying behind. Let's go up towards the front to the 2 final corners on his debut in TCR. McLaren have won the first 3 rounds. My team, and now Camden's team of Williams, comes on through, takes victory on his debut. Oh, some professional takes victory. And the Austrian Grand Prix in Spielberg. Destiny crosses the line for 2nd. Right on board, Seafreeze has gone by Roll for 4th. If he can stay with Be Good. 1, 2. Oh, it's a close gap. Seafreeze 1.5 half seconds behind. I think he'll squeeze in on that podium there. Bika crosses in
Yeah,
P3.
you got it.
Seafreeze, podium. McLaren, second and third. It's a good day for both of us. Both of our drivers are on the podium.
Yeah, both commentators' teams, we sweep the podium. How about that?
Yeah, that's nice to see. I remember on season 4 debut, since Sensation owns Force India and he commentates, Brennan was on the podium, which was one of his drivers, and Destiny ended up winning, which is, again, one of my drivers. So nice to see that. That is the end of the race. We'll get some driver interviews done, and what we'll do, we're not going to interview Seafreeze because his audio doesn't work to share play. We already turned it on. It still doesn't work. So we're going to talk to OSM Professional and Destiny and maybe one of the Ferrari drivers. I don't know if they're up for an interview, but your winner today on his debut, 007 Professional.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw me, but I was on the left there next to all those podium guys. You'll see me soon, hopefully. All right, cameraman, turn back to the guy on the left, the Williams representative. You see him right there?
He just runs off.
He just runs
off. Spray the champagne. I've never noticed that in the podium celebrations. I always wonder where that fourth guy goes. He just runs off to the side. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I was camera fright. I didn't want to get in the way of his moment, his big moment in victory lane on the podium.
Yeah, so here are your finishing results. I'll say it very fast. Stay with me. Professional Destiny, Be Good, Roll, King Chris, Cam, MRX, Brown, and Babdi right at the top 10. Truth, Kev, Cammy, Pansy, Golkenberg, Palmer, Valtteri, Bottas rounds out the grid. Whew, that was a good race.
That rundown was as fast as professional.
Good job. Better than my banana split joke, so don't worry. Speaking of banana split, why don't we do driver interviews, Let's get some driver interviews in. It's called sarcasm. Yeah. Let's see. I just added him on my friends list right before the race, so I'm gonna invite him.
I still think it was a big day for Destiny, though. Getting that second place, having a good points day. Not gonna hurt, right? Podium, 18 points.
Yeah. It's only his first race for professional, so still sort of good for Destiny. Also for Seafreeze's debut with McLaren, scores a podium. I didn't expect that from Seafreeze. He was running 6 the entire race. And yes, thank you for joining us, Professional. Congratulations on the victory. First ever race for TCR, and you take the victory. So, question. You've been battling Destiny throughout the entire race, but you racked up a lot of penalties. If you plan on coming next week, do you think you'll either clean it up or penalties are just really a thing for you where they just catch you out? Camden?
Yeah. Professional, this is your team owner for the race. I'm just wondering, did you have any expectations for yourself going into the race, your debut? Did you think you had a shot at the victory?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, professional, good luck tomorrow for Singapore. While you'll be racing in Singapore, I'll be commentating the F1 tier. I mean, it's nice to see. Yeah, it's nice to see you join the league, definitely, because I know you're one of the top Americans for the PS4 tier. So again, nice to see you in the league. Good luck for tomorrow. I always expect good results. So thank you for joining us and for putting on a good show tonight. Yeah. So next we will invite Destiny and Seafreeze for a McLaren Honda podium interview. I think it's really good. They'll both invite them at the same time. So yeah. I was gonna say, Motor saying that race was blank because I wasn't there. Ha ha ha. That's what Motor says.
Ooh, McHondas.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys came to fire. So this is a question. This is a question for Seafreeze. Okay, wait for the delay. Wait for it. That was a moment silence.
all right.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's Alan.
Yeah.
It's not going through?
What do you wait? What are you even talking about?
Anybody need some Jeopardy music?
I don't know. Okay.
All right, ladies, calm down. We have a professional interview.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, we can hear Destiny. Yep. Seafreeze, what's up with your audio?
You have to press the share audio button. Whoa!
We'll do it
interviews.
again.
Yeah.
You want me to be like his
You're
puppet and
changing
like
the right
repeat
one.
everything he says?
Alright. So. Alright.
Wait, do what?
Go.
Translator? Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so my question's for Seafreeze first. So Seafreeze, a couple laps ago, I mean, not a couple laps, around 10 laps ago, you're behind King Chris. He pits, you're into 5th. Due to the two Ferraris colliding with a couple laps ago, you benefit from that, gain on them, and pass one of them and pass the other on time penalties. Did you think you'd actually be able to score a podium today?
Seafreeze said no. Oh, this job is easy, man. I could do this job. I was blanking out, but I think what you said was it was a boring, kind of boring because of other battles happening around.
Yeah.
Not where you were. Yeah. Yeah.
If only they could hear Seafreeze.
Yeah, I know that the two Ferraris crashed in the hairpin.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame they crashed.
Yeah, they did wreck. They Roll got loose off the hairpin and hit what's his name?
Oh, what a surprise! It was Roll's fault. Oh, jeez. Honda.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Seafreeze. I'll tell you that much. I'm happy that you scored a podium. Yeah, good result. I expect better next week. I expect better next week. So now for Destiny. Racked up a bunch of penalties, could not get close to OSM Professional. Do you see him battling him at with the next couple of races in TCR?
Yeah. I don't even know what the next races are, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, Singapore for sure. For sure, yeah, Singapore. Yeah, exactly. Dynamics, yeah. Singapore, yep.
Destiny, are you just that good that you just show up to any track and you just get podiums, get wins, and you're like, oh, we're racing here? Okay, I can do this.
No, he practices. He practices.
Yeah, I practice.
I make him practice.
I've done less practice now, like for these like last couple of races, but for like Bahrain, I practiced a lot for that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really expect 007 Professional to
Okay.
be fast.
So,
So
let's do a little summary here. So, you said that you only practiced for Bahrain, correct? Or you really practiced for Bahrain?
Well, hold on. No, I didn't only practice for Bahrain. I practiced a lot for Bahrain, and I've done minimal practice for the last couple of weeks.
Let's do summary here.
Time trial.
So for Bahrain, you did tons of practice. You look forward to next week.
Hero?
Yeah.
You're scattery. Okay. Well, thank everybody so much for watching. That is Trinity Competitive Racing Season 4, Round number 4 for the Austrian Grand Prix. We will see you next week for the Singapore Grand Prix, like you're saying, Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, so for the Singapore Grand Prix next weekend,
I heard Singapore
for round 5 of this championship. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. My name's Alan Cavanaugh. I'm alongside Camden Luca, alongside with the McLaren drivers of Destiny and Seafreeze. We will see you next. Have a safe night, everybody, and peace.